Episode 311.
Look, you think swapping your keyboard and mouse is the same as using cheats?
Ye Shu tended to the customer while keeping an eye on Chen Guo. Chen Guo turned back, but Ye Shu was already looking down, counting out change for a customer.
Skill is what matters. If you want to improve, swapping your keyboard and mouse is honestly less effective than playing the whack-a-mole game I gave you.
Who are you talking to?
The guest asked, puzzled.
Hey, you there, rookie?
Who's the noob?
Chen Guo, hearing Ye Shu's assessment of her, spun around with 1,000 objections and roared. Then, turning back, she slapped the keyboard and started another match.
How ruthless. Just because he couldn't help you, you treat him like that.
Ye Shu muttered. But his muttering was a bit too loud enough for Chen Guo to hear. Frustrated and flustered, Chen Guo promptly lost the third match. She wanted to flip the table and walk away, but she dreaded Ye Shu's icy disdain. So, gritting her teeth, she started a fourth game. Tang Ru had taken her things back to her room. After tidying up a bit, she returned to find Chen Guo there, gnashing her teeth and pounding furiously on the keyboard.
What's going on?
Tang Ru was puzzled. Chen Guo had been in high spirits all day. How had her mood soured so quickly?
That's 6 losses in a row.
Just count your money. Get the math wrong, and it's coming out of your paycheck.
Ye Shu handled the cash register and even kept count of how many matches he'd lost.
Did he get under your skin again?
Tang Ru felt a bit helpless. She had brought her own keyboard and mouse downstairs, eager to try them out. All day, Chen Guo had been talking about how a high-end, well-suited keyboard would make her unstoppable. Yet, the moment she got back, she eagerly swapped in her new keyboard and mouse, only to proceed to lose 6 matches in a row. Tang Ru was starting to understand Chen Guo's frustration. She moved quietly to the computer beside her. As she installed the keyboard and mouse, Tang Ru watched Chen Guo accept the invitation for the 7th match and begin to play. Tang Ru has the technical skill, but her game sense, the kind that comes with experience, isn't even as sharp as Chen Guo's. From just watching, he really couldn't glean much of substance. But judging by the simple metric of whose health bar was longer, Chen Guo was clearly at a disadvantage again.
Take it easy. What's the rush?
Ye Shu's voice drifted over again.
This guy just won't shut up. So annoying. Let's find somewhere quieter.
Chen Guo said to Tang Ru.
But you usually love a lively atmosphere, don't you?
If you really want peace and quiet, why not just head upstairs to the private booths? But Chen Guo, as the boss, never enjoyed the second floor. He always stuck to the main hall downstairs because he loved the gaming atmosphere of a crowd gathered together. He grew up in that kind of environment. As the internet cafe owner, he honestly couldn't understand it. Why would anyone want to play up on the second floor, in those isolated little spaces? What's the difference between that and just playing at home?
So loud. Shut up. Shut up.
Chen Guo muttered along with the rhythm of her keystrokes, hammering the keyboard and mouse with practiced force as if she were twisting Ye Shu's head. With that mindset, she actually played quite well this round, fiercely fighting back as if she were turning the tide. Tang Ru was just logging into the game when she heard Chen Guo cry out. She turned to see Chen Guo's chasing haze launched into the air, being juggled mercilessly.
Couldn't you just use a rocket jump to get away?
No kidding.
Chen Guo fired her cannon mid-air, but the angle wobbled wildly in the launch. She failed to control it, and the shot ended up blasting skyward. The recoil kicked back, sending Chen Guo's chasing haze crashing to the ground.
That's a bit too casual, don't you think?
Hey, you can see that from way over there?
Chen Guo gave up on the game entirely. She stood up in a huff and stormed over to the front desk to settle the score with Ye Shu. Ye Shu had finished serving his customers and was now at leisure.
How can you be a top player with lousy eyesight? Ha ha.
If you're a real expert, give some proper advice. Don't just stand there making snide remarks.
How is that not giving you advice? Telling you not to slam the keyboard was about keeping your cool. I said take it slow, but you just had to charge in recklessly. When I told you to use the cannon jump, you fired it straight up into the air.
Can't I make one little slip up?
But that kind of mistake was something you could have worked to avoid. See? I told you heavy metal was more your style, but you insisted on using light air. Way too floaty, right?
Chen Guo was left speechless. Thinking it over, Ye Shu's words were indeed all reminders, but she just couldn't shake this feeling of irritation. Chen Guo felt she didn't need this person's constant reminders. If he'd just step forward and let her kick him a couple of times, yeah, that might improve her mood and steady her performance.
Try switching to the heavy metal mouse.
Yi Shu slid the heavy metal mouse across the front desk to Chen Guo. She had tossed it there earlier, clearly not giving it much thought.
Give it a try.
Chen Guo eyed the bulky-looking contraption with suspicion. After a moment's hesitation, she took it.
You might feel a bit awkward with the new gear at first. Don't rush it, just take your time. And your upcoming opponents are likely to be quite strong.
Why's that?
You're famous. Everyone wants a shot at you.
Chen Guo immediately understood, and was once again furious.
This is all your fault. I'm not lending you my account again.
After Ye Shu borrowed his account last time, and instantly obliterated Riverside Willow, Chasing Hayes' fame skyrocketed. The video is still pinned high, never sinking. How many outsiders knew that Chasing Hayes was just a borrowed account from Ye Shu? They simply assumed this was Lord Grimm's main account. They flocked to pay their respects. In no time there were those trying to recruit him, those seeking advice, those wanting to become his disciple, and those challenging him to a duel, not to mention friends coming over to demand how he'd been hiding his true strength all this time. Chen Guo was utterly miserable. He felt none of the glory of a triumphant debut. Any fame from that fight belonged solely to Ye Shu. Chen Guo felt like that guy had his moment of glory, then just dusted off his hands and vanished, leaving her here to clean up the mess.
That's too much.
Yeah, that was a bit thoughtless of me. I should have played it more modestly. Would have saved you a lot of trouble.
Ah, it's really nothing.
Yi Shu actually admitted he hadn't thought it through. Chen Guo found this a little hard to accept.
But if you keep hanging around the arena like this, everyone's going to figure out the truth soon enough.
Go to hell.
Chen Guo grabbed her mouse and turned away. She'd been naive to think this guy had any remorse.
I'll keep guiding you remotely.
You're so wordy.
Tang Ru had been quietly amused the whole time. When Chen Guo returned, she helped her replace the mouse.